I got a good one for you. A fella who's a lobbyist in the state of Minnesota, days after the whole Vance Bolter taking out the two Democrat state representatives or state senators, a few days after that, it comes out that this lobbyist who represents the union for the faculty of the university system there in Minnesota has been threatening people, talking about firearms and how many bullets he's bought and that kind of thing. Can you explain to me what is going on in Minnesota? Seriously, what is going on in Minnesota that you got this silliness going on? Now, I got a news thing from KSTP 5 Eyewitness News. Uh, a person is in custody after a constituent of State Representative Jim Nash, R. Waconia, received a threat of violence towards the state capitol. Now I'm going to let you hear this. By the way, if you don't mind, hit like, subscribe, and all that fun stuff. So here we go.
Howdy, y'all. This is Paul, the Redneck Thinker. What we have here is a channel to communicate. I want you folks to be thinking by the time you leave my videos. Why? Because I'm tired of people talking via what other people tell them to think. So, watch my video and enjoy the chance to think for yourself.
Also breaking, we've learned the name of the lobbyist arrested for making threats of violence at the state capitol.
Ben Henry is live at the Capitol right now with who the suspect is and how law enforcement learned about this threat. Ben?
Kevin Lindsay, the House Sergeant at Arms office, says it's not aware of any further threat against staff or members of the legislature. As for the arrest we are learning more about tonight, sources say a text message mentioned shooting people in the face at the state capitol. So far tonight, though, no formal charges have been filed. According to the Carver County Jail roster, Jonathan Bone of Woodbury was arrested and booked Wednesday on suspicion of threats of violence. Bone is a lobbyist. He's listed as the public affairs director of the Interfaculty Organization, which represents faculty at the 7 state universities. Here's what led to the arrest. According to the House GOP, Representative Jim Nash told the House Sergeant at Arms and the Carver County Sheriff's Office about a threatening text message that a constituent received. They say it wasn't aimed at anyone particular, but we now know it mentioned shooting people in the face at the Capitol. This happened 5 days after the shootings of 2 Minnesota lawmakers and their spouses.
But I think as a whole, as a society, we can all do better.
We spoke to Mike Olson, who now runs a private security firm after being with the Secret Service for more than 20 years. He says political threats are up and everyone can help make a difference.
These days, it's never more true. I mean, people can't be afraid to pick up the phone and report things. You don't have to be right. That's somebody else's job to determine if there's a valid threat or whatnot. But you can't question when that hair on the back of your neck goes up to not want to pick up the phone and report it to somebody.
Minnesota Campaign Finance Board records show that Bone has made multiple contributions to DFL candidates starting back since 2009. Tonight, the DFL sent us a statement writing, "Violent threats have no place in our politics, and we condemn them unequivocally, no matter who makes them or whom they're directed toward." Live in St. Paul, Ben Henry, 5 Eyewitness News.
Ben, thank you.
So this Jonathan Bond fella is a donor to Hillary Clinton. Federal Election Commission data also reveals that he donated to Democrat PAC Act Blue numerous times. Well, now I'm going to argue with that one. He may not have donated multiple times to Act Blue because, well, we've already seen that one. And Hillary for America campaign. So this lobbyist for Interfaculty Organization. That is the union for faculty members of the Minnesota University system. He is the director of public affairs. Basically, he's the lobbyist for them. And he's been there for 10 years, 7 months. Before that, he was an account executive lobbyist for Goff Public, whatever that company is. Bond plays an integral role in Goff Public's Minnesota lobbying practice, helping clients manage their interests and reputations in the public sector. Before that, he was Director of Government and System Relations for the Minnesota State University Student Association. And he was Public Affairs Account Manager for something called Media and Government Affairs. So, this fella has been a lobbyist who you would think that he would realize that you don't make comments about firearms in this situation. He got a little intemperate. I think that's the correct word, intemperate, with his language. One of which was, today I bought 500 bullets. I can't wait to, well, yes, I'm not going to cover the rest of that because I'd probably be banned off of YouTube. Excited to have my gun at the Capitol, and wow, I can't repeat that either. I got to the part, I had it highlighted where I could look at this, and then so I looked at that, and it's like, whoo, I can't actually say that. I can say it, but I ain't going to get banned off of YouTube because of it. Seriously. I'm going to leave a link for the NBC article down below so you guys can read this for yourself. What is going on, folks? What is going on? Yes, we've had some violence in our politics, but folks, don't you think you might want to cool down the rhetoric once in a while? But hey, that's what's been going on with this whole story. Y'all, I have said some intemperate language in my day. I will admit it. I have gotten to be an older gentleman now. Well, not that old compared to some folks, but I am an older gentleman. Not yet collecting on Social Security or anything like that, but I am an older gentleman who has made many mistakes in his day. And I is here to tell you, folks, watch your intemperate language. We need to start having public discourse that actually, is cordial and can mean that we ain't going to get into violent confrontations with each other. There are certain folks that I think that is deserved of that, but right now we're in a situation where we need to start cooling down the rhetoric a little bit. But that's my opinion, because, well, I'm wanting to create a better world for my son. So we need to stop this silliness. Seriously, we need to stop this silliness. This has been Paul, the Redneck Thinker. Y'all have a good day now. Bye. So, folks, that's the story that I wanted to bring you on this video. And I just wanted to say thank you again for coming by. Hit like, subscribe, comment, all that fun stuff if you don't mind. Help me out. So, y'all have a good day now. Bye.